My journey into dentistry did not just start as an undergraduate. It started because in my state, there was only one dentist, and every day there is always an announcement on the radio. Dr. Omole will be going to so town, to Ondo, to Akure, to this. Anybody with a dental problem should go and meet him there. So, and I said, look, if somebody's name can be on the radio every day, so television was not, freely available at that time. So I said, so I want to be in this profession, so I want my own name announced on the radio every day. When I got to IFE, I was discouraged because those people who knew me and were friends to my dad said, why will you allow your son to go and read dentistry when medicine is there? So the bottom line really is that I got discouraged. And I went to meet Professor Hollis, and I think this is important. And Professor Hollis said, what is your age? You are still very young. At your age, I wasn't in the dental school. So he said, when you complete dentistry, you can do additional 2 years, and then you have both dentistry and medicine. And I was very happy about that. I said, okay, so I don't need to bother. Let me go ahead. I will do medicine after. But when I got into my clinical years and I saw dentistry, I said, wow, no, medicine is not really for me. That is how I came into dentistry. And today I'm very happy and I'm very proud to say that God has used me to do so many things in dentistry.
My journey so far as an IFUDSA has been a remarkable one, because IFUDSA gives you the privilege to relate with your seniors one-on-one. It gives you the ability to understand some things, especially when moving to a new level. Imagine having someone that already has the experience firsthand, telling you the pros and the cons, the things you're supposed to know before stepping into that new level. Like, that is one of the attributes of IFUDSA that I really appreciate.
IFUDSA is a family. The bond is strong. You can easily reach out to your senior. Not like you want to reach out to your senior, you find it hard to communicate with them. It's a family.
IFUDSA came because some of us contributed immensely to the growth of IFUDSA, and we felt that was not being recognized. We then decided that, look, it's time for us to have our own organization, and that's how IFUDSA came.
IFUDSA to me is just more than an association. IFUDSA gave me a sense of belonging. I currently serve as the Vice President of IFUDSA and the Chairperson of the IFUDSA Alumni Relations Committee, and I've had the opportunity to serve, to lead, to contribute to initiatives that help take IFUDSA Alumni Relations to the next level, to strengthen our student community.
It starts from our foundation, the foundation that our forefathers have set down for us, and we've continued in the blueprint, because there's a difference between us in the sense that we have this closeness and this looking out for each other, as well as this interested in the affairs of the students and the student population, basically, of the association. And I think it starts from where it all came from, the foundation and everything like that.
We traveled to Lagos, and I think you must know this, to raise funds for that first ever Health Week, and we raised a lot of funds. We went with a bus. I went with my typewriter. I had a typewriter at that time. When we meet anybody, they tell us, the managing director of that place is Chief so. Inside the bus, I will type the letter, everything ready, we enclose it, and then we go and meet the person. And so we did that in Lagos. I raised a lot of funds and had our dinner. The first ever dinner that was conducted at the Ganga Hotel at that time, which was the best thing, all around this place.
Courtesy of Dr. Akiode, Shadi Akiode, we had the best Chinese meal, and so many of the students who came very, very much liked the meal, and it was the talk of the campus at the time.
I was also part of the editorial team. In fact, we compiled the newsletter with everything. So most of the compilations were my own, then at that time, Professor Olasoji was the editor of the newsletter. I have a copy of the newsletter here, and this is October 1983. We even had cartoons that were drawn by dental students. Chinedu, now Dr. Chinedu Wezuoke drew this cartoon, We also had our first health week, at that time. Ife University Dental Students Association, IFUDSA, first ever dental health week, November 16th to 13th, 1983.
IFUDSA as an association has given me the opportunity to be a leader and see what leadership is all about. I have been opportune to serve as the director of sports of this great association, and it has helped me see other aspects of life beyond the four walls of dentistry.
We tried our best to entrench IFUDSA on a very solid foundation. Dental students, as at that time, were not ready to come out to say that they were dental students. The change came, when we got into clinicals and we saw dentistry the way it is.
We try to make sure that we let them know that, yes, we are not like pulling away or splitting the association, but trying to build on something that other schools were already and have been doing before then.
Dentistry was disaccredited, and the powers that be at that time thought that the best thing to do was to push dental students to medicine and then close, the dental program. Fortunately, we were already in clinicals, so they called students in clinical 1, clinical 2 at that time and said, look, we want to take you to medicine. You spend an additional year and then you become medical doctors. And all of us, except for one student, said it was not going to happen. And that was why that plan was forestalled. The faculty was going to, it was not college then, it was Faculty of Health Science, was going to phase out dentistry because the dental program was disaccredited. Just like it was disaccredited because before we arranged for this phantom head, if you see, I arranged, for this phantom heads that you can see here. When it was disaccredited, we did what we were supposed to do, and today we're happy that this dental school is among the best 200 in the world.
Some people might say that our number is our weakness, but I think our number is our strength. So we rally around ourselves and make sure that we do what needs to be done.
Our small number is actually our strength. The bond, the love, the connection, and the feeling of this togetherness with the small number we have.
Nobody will see a dentist and say, who is this person? Because there is nothing anybody had ever achieved on this campus that dentistry has not achieved. In fact, as far as this place is concerned, I want to tell you that we were the very first faculty in the university to hold a faculty conference. So we did our faculty conference this year. The next year, I introduced the International Association for Dental Research into Nigeria.
We have a couple of initiatives that are currently influencing IFUDSA and enriching their journey. We have Alumni Spotlight Series, where we feature members of our alumni body in order to motivate our members. And we also have industrial visits, where we take our members out on like a tour to gain experience outside the four walls of the classroom, can go to the dental museums, to private dental clinics. And we have a mentorship program where we pair junior members of our association with senior members in order for them to learn and be directly influenced by them to help their journey.
What matters in life is not really the cause or the profession or whatever you do. There are certain things that are very, very significant in life. And one of those things is what your footprint that you leave. as you navigate life. So I had the privilege of being a visiting professor for 1 year at Harvard. They wanted me to stay, and I said no, I must come back to Nigeria. And I thank God I came back to Nigeria, because I wouldn't have been vice chancellor of this university if I hadn't come back. The other thing I want to tell our dental students is that there is no rivalry with any profession as a dental student. There is enough room in dentistry for you to be able to excel. And if you want to do some other things, your foundation in dentistry is adequate for you to go into some other areas if you want to.
I've seen a lot of changes since I became a member of IFUDSA. When I came into IFUDSA, I can remember that our outreaches are basically about clerking patients and giving oral hygiene advice. But as time goes on, we started doing manual scaling and polishing, and today IFUDSA can boast of having 2 ultrasonic machines. So IFUDSA is growing by the day.
You are on the right track, you are doing very well. If an association that had been on, you see, there is what we call a 5-year survival rate, in the medical, field. So if now you have survived 5 years, you have survived 10 years, you have survived 15 years, you have survived 20 years, you have survived 30 years, you have survived 40 years. So that means that association is actually doing well.
On behalf of the association, I want to say a very big thank you to all of our alumni that has continued to support us. Thank you. We appreciate your support, and we hope that God keep blessing you.
I want to say a very big thank you to all of our alumni. Thank you very much.
I want to say a very big thank you to our esteemed alumni for everything that they've been doing to the growth of this association.
Thank you, our alumni. We're grateful for all you do for IFUDSA.